Yeah, so just around that 14, 15 minutes of cycle time, I think you probably find that the good portion of them will go out. What do we see now? One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. 8 of the 9 cars able to go out in the session are out right now. So they'll go out, cycle these things up because relatively unpredictable conditions for these guys out here tonight. They'll go and look to maybe fire a banker and maybe a 90% lap, Andrew, and try and get those tyre pressures correct for the conditions. The current conditions are 17 degrees ambient with 23 degrees track. So track's not so bad, mate, but look, the ambience down a little bit and some cloud cover. So, yeah, there'll be a little bit of tuning going on for tyre pressures.
Yeah, I'd be out there getting a bank lap in as quick as I could and then looking to improve for the end as it dries out more.
Yeah, I think that would be definitely the best opportunity. As I'm just trying to pick up out on track, I think the 222 car, and we have got our broadcast back live to the best, I think, yeah. So thank you, Harrison. Appreciate the feedback there on the live. I was just talking to Andrew about the Pro Class getting the best opportunity here with this this qualifying session drying up. And I tell you what, we just mentioned about, going out and setting some tyre pressures and getting these things tuned up for these conditions. Having said that, I think the 222 car of Costas Makalos, who we have seen with a ton of pace this season, go out there and, well, he was on a lap, but however has backed it off, come back into pits. So maybe he wasn't happy at all, Andrew, with those tyre pressures.
It certainly looks like it. That's the beauty of sim racing, isn't it? You can jump straight back in the pits and make a quick change.
Yeah. Well, you can here for sure, definitely, mate. Just incite the virtual tow truck and bam, go and bolt another set on. However, in the interim,
Steve Crossland sneaking into the top 10 in the Nortec car, actually. The Nortec Porsche there, so nice work from Crossy. Very little practice from Crossy. I know he's been abroad lately.
Yeah, so. He has. And he is another driver that really came on well late in the season. Mixed bag of results in the interim. He has had that thing up as high as, I think, P5 or P6 in this. I actually need to have a look.
Might even be lower than that. It might even be higher than that, yeah. So.
Yeah. I'll just have a quick look and just see where Crossy is. So Steve Crossland, 9th in the championship at the moment. So he was certainly well up there. However, he's just taken that Nortec car out into the dirty stuff and just.
That's not going to help, is it?
No, that won't help at all.
That'll need a bath. They can't blame that one on me though. We didn't have the cams on him that time, so. No commentator's curse there, J-Man. You mentioned Makalos back out on track in the 222 car, as well as Dixon in one of the other Porsches there, the 997 car.
Yeah, Pete Dawson's just come up on my radar too. Got a second on the Delta up. Obviously, banked a 203.7 banker. Me and Andrew were just talking just off cam there on the banking laps and getting things. He has got the Delta climbing. Quick shout out to the 585 car too of Shane Fodderdo off the back of a pretty successful endurance race at Nordschleife the week before, and he has got that Nissan up into P5 outright at the moment. So, and just started another lap, so looking to improve on that as we see the Pete Dawson car come across the line, and this will bank
just
2021. So
just quietly, T-Fam and Nick Firth still in first and second there. So,
well, everybody up to P4 at the moment is based out of the Pro-Am and Am class, or Pro-Am class. So
nice work from the boys there.
Will Dixon's just changed that in the 997 Porsche to just relegate Gunther Rowe down to 5th.
Yep. Matt Dayton back again this week, J-Man. I think we missed him last round. So we see the Honda back out on track, the number 12 car.
Yeah, so Dayton has got the easy to park Honda out on track, beautifully
we love
presented.
the Honda.
They'd call it an Acura in the States, but we'll call it a Honda.
Great at the shopping centre. Easy to park. Easy as.
Another one to mention, and he slipped in quietly at the back end of the practice session at the ever so fast Phil Antoon, aka Maverick, currently out on track. Where is he? He is in sector 2, and I have no illusion that this guy will post an absolute stunning time.
So looks like he's on his outlap there, J-Man. Just sneaky warming of the tyres there, as you can see.
Yep.
Just getting the thing up to temp before he unleashes it. Webley not got a clean lap either, J-Man, back in 18th at the moment, as he just arounds.
Here comes Fodado as well, mate. So Shane Fodado
into second,
based out of Auckland, up there into second on a 2-minute 0.6. So literally just a 10.5 away from T-Fam. So it really does cement how good that lap was from T-Fam and Perth.
Yeah, so just snipped Perth there for second position. Hughes also worthy of mention there, just hanging in there with
Macrolos to the top on a
9.7. So Macrolos, oh God, we do. When this guy shines, damn, he's quick.
Yeah, he is very, very quick.
Yeah.
And first to break the sub-2s in the session tonight in these trying conditions. So the track, actually, if you look at the viewers, look up there, it is still greasy. Cloud cover, 17 ambient, 23 track. So still very, very greasy. You did call it Hendo.
Yeah, he was onto it way before we were. So.
Yeah.
But it was raining at the beginning of qualifying there, so obviously the AMs and the Pro-Ams having to deal with a even slicker track. So nice work from the boys. Up the front there, Firthy and T-Fam. So.
Yeah, Firthy thinks Powerade might go down well with a bit of low and slow brisket, so he's looking for some new sponsorship next year.
And brisket, seriously? Come on, Firthy.
Firthy's looking for something. So, hey, look, the cream's rising to the top. Costas Macrolos on there on a 9.6, 9.9 for Matt Dayton. T-Fam still holding his own out of the Pro-Am category on a 2-minute 0.5. Will Dixon and then on a 2-minute 0.6, but he has got around 7 to 8 tenths up his sleeve as he starts approaching, and he's well into sector 2 now, about to
run down that back
down the hill.
Back straight there, J-Man. A little bit of a wheel in the sand there won't help his progress, but through the kink there and up into this little complex of corners here, a little bit of a chicane, and then a tricky little left-hander, right-hander should I say,
at the turn 15,
Yeah, and quite easy to get this wrong. It doesn't look that hard on paper, but the pit wall, you just don't want to get up over and over that curve.
To the top.
So nice work, Dixon.
On a 9.2, 159.255. That's a great lap.
Good, man. As we expected, aka Phil Antoon.
Okay,
and we haven't even talked about the points yet, J-Man. This is good for Antoon, obviously. Looks like he's got it wrapped up. But Webley still in the hunt. Webley to the top.
Yes. Speaking of good in the championships, talking to Andrew, you've got, I guess, one hand, so to speak. I don't want to put the commentator's curse on you, but looking quite, you're in the best spot going into the final round for the TA2s here in New Zealand, currently leading that title, 300 points on offer for the round. What did you mention earlier? Have you got around about a 50-point buffer at the moment?
Yeah, 50-point buffer, so can't afford to have a DNF, but don't need to go too mad and try and win everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, spoken like a true professional. Absolutely. There's plenty of guys and girls that go out there and just try and win it in the first corner, mate. So, yeah, I know you won't be doing that. Matt Dayton to the top now, guys, on a 58.5.
Well.
Track conditions really starting to improve up with 2 minutes 40 left to go in the session. That is not the quickest time I think we're going to see.
No, Webley half a tenth up on his delta at the moment, J-Man. Dixon also up. Mav to the top of the board as we speak.
57.
Crossy in a second.
Crossy gets the Nortec car. Right
well,
up
you love a drying track, eh? It rewards the brave.
Yeah,
spice things up.
And ever changing. I mean, it's just like the lap time, changed so quickly. So beautiful. Webley still out on, Frodo still out on track. Wow, he's got over a second up on his delta. Webley coming through that little final complex into the right-hander.
Yep.
Turn 15.
Yeah, gets out really, really wide. Very wide out of turn 15.
There it is.
And he takes it to the top on a 7.3. Now, what can we see? I can tell you, Will Dixon's got a couple of tenths up his sleeve as he's just running through Sector 1 at the moment, just coming out of turn 4. Who else is on the move? Crossland's backed out of this lap. I still think he's got time for one more lap.
Yeah.
I did see the delta up a 1.5 towards 2 tenths at the start of that next lap. So can he put the Nortec car somewhere up near the front row? He's already on row 2.
Yeah, Frodo, he's sneaking towards maybe Pippin Crossland. Webley easily will get Macalos.
Could be as good as P5. He could be challenging the 43 Nortec car.
Definitely.
Here, or Will Dixon.
Good delta, actually. Could even go Will Dixon, like you said, J-Man. So
it's going to be somewhere between 4 and 5. Frodo to P4. Knocks Will Dixon down to 5th. Crossing down to 6th. What have we got? Big mover up the top. I mean, Macrolos has got as 2 tenths, but Webley's got 7, 8 tenths, mate.
Yes. Just heaps of time. Even more.
And look, there's only 16 seconds left on the clock. He will not get round for another lap. So give me a look at my thing. Car 54, car 997 about to embark on a lap. Car 43, the Nortec car's just started a lap.
So that's good for these guys. Obviously, with improving track conditions, J-Man. So
yeah, timing's everything with improving track conditions.
So Webley, a second up on his delta, J-Man. It's next level. It's
6.2. 56.2.
56.2.
But Costas Macrolos.
Macrolos is on it.
Yeah, he's on the gas as well.
It's responding.
So he's got 7.5 tenths up his pocket. Maverick's got 5 tenths. Dawson's got 2.5 tenths. Dixon's got half a second. Crossland's down. Crossland's bailed out. He's got the Nortec car, was actually in the kitty litter. He's backed out of that. He is going to stay top 10 by the look of it.
So we got Macalos out on track and Mab still out on track. Macalos has got one seriously hot time going here.
Yeah, he's just dumped a fair bit of it. He's on the negative now.
There you go.
He's
pulled out of that. Webley's
but Matt Dayton's got 1.1 seconds in the green with I guess
will get him to whereabouts? That'll get him into 4th around Dawson there.
Yeah. So what is
coming up into the final corner? Sorry to interrupt, J-Man. Dayton actually in the final turn there now. 1.6. Look at that. 3rd position. I thought he was going to get Dawson, but he's got Mav as well.
Dawson and Dixon both got 1.1, 1.2 seconds.
Mav and Dawson. Look at the times.
Mav to the top on a 6.0.
Wow.
Wow, that's incredible. Now, Webley got 6 tenths. Did he get across the line? I don't believe he did. He's not going to get to finish this lap.
I didn't think he did.
No, it's game over, mate. That's it. She's all done. I don't think that will classify.
There you go.
Nah, that's all done. Checkers are out.
Who needs a race when you got qualifying like that, ladies and gentlemen?
How's that, Mr. Andrew Turner? Did you enjoy that one?
That was good, wasn't it? Yeah, that drying track certainly made it interesting.
It definitely ramps up the intensity there towards the end. Awesome stuff there, guys.
Now, can we take the opportunity quickly, Davo, just to quickly touch on those points?
We can. Points are up.
So, look, Phil Antoon, aka Maverick, just put that thing on pole there with a 56.0. Now, he is the current outright leader, series leader, championship class leader, 543 points over Chris Curley, aka the very, very quick Aston Martin. He is 444 points. Currently not here tonight. Brandon Webley, 429 points. So Webley looking to jump up a spot. Obviously, we lost Chaplin Chan in the championship with the introduction of a new family member, which will see Matt Dayton on 344 points, likely to improve over Chaplin Chan tonight.
Webley and Dayton, are really getting gifted a couple of positions there, so they're going to sneak up, aren't they? Which will put Dayton in third position and Webley in second. So,
also with Gaz Eddy away, Will Dixon looking to improve in the 997 car, and obviously Dixon having a bloody good qualifying there, coming in there in P6 on a 57.0. So 56.0, quickest time of the qualifying. Dixon in there on a 57.0 shows that 997 Porsche has got a lot of pace on it. Firthy, we've talked about Firthy and his results this season. Currently 8 outright. That's a great showing for a Pro-Am driver.
Absolutely.
Currently qualified. Obviously, with those changing conditions, knocked Firthy back down to 10. However, the next car that I'm going to jump to P12 outright, TFAM, and brings that car in P9 in the qualifying tonight. Jump down the list a little bit more. To Ashton Hughes, third in class, 16th outright. Now, Ashton Hughes qualified in 11th. So that battle that we just spoke about there, TFAM, Nick Firth, Ashton Hughes, they are 9, 10, 11 starting on track. So that battle is still very much alive. However, there is a reasonable points difference between Firthy on 281 and going back down to Ashton Hughes on 156. So there's a little bit to play for there. Certainly don't want a DNF. Now we'll drop all the way back down to P23, and that is Adrian Kramer leading the AM class. Now Kramer qualified 17th tonight, and Mark Turbot, who was second in class in the 63 Aston Martin, he is only a couple of spots down in P19, and then also Josh Nightingale, he is down there in P20. So the AM class honours outright in this final round are still very, very much alive. That is the podium. So, and they are the three contesting this final round. So they are the three realistically we're going to have to look at for the AM class honours tonight.
Aren't they? What? There's going to be a race on there, J-Man.
Absolutely.
As we always know, the mid pack and these AM boys actually chasing the championship. The AM championship really do provide some of the best racing we see on the stream, mate. So always keeping an eye on the action there. Special guest in the box again tonight, ladies and gentlemen, Andrew Turner, aka Mr. Nortec, here joining us. Welcome, Andrew.
Thank you.
And we will thank also Trek 31 Titanium Digital Solutions, True to Life Racing, Crossy 43, and Match Fit Entertainment, obviously J-Man and myself, for broadcasting this to you tonight. Please give us a like, click the button, give us a thumbs up, and subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the notifications if you want to see more of this stuff as we wind down here for the final round, ladies and gentlemen, for the Rainlight Racing GT3 Series 5 J-Man.
Yeah, conditions looking good out there, gentlemen. 17 degrees once again and 23 degrees track. So 17 ambient, 23 track. A little bit of cloud cover, but no sign of rain at this point of time. But I guess, in these unpredictable conditions, it is 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I guess anything could happen. And, and hopefully it does for our sake, because, we're in a dry comms box. You know, the weather's going to do nothing but entertain us, really, isn't it? So, yeah, Andrew, just once again, an absolute pleasure to have you here, mate. And I really hope you enjoy what you're seeing and what you're hearing. And I guess analytically, you know, coming on board as one of the major sponsors for the series, you know, how do you feel, you know, as I guess as an investment into sim racing, how do you think it's, you know, has it all been worth it for you to this point, mate?
Oh, yeah, it's always good to support the sim racing. You know, I do a fair bit of it myself. The interesting thing is the sim racers that have started racing properly, as we call it, in the real cars, are quick.
Right.
If you guys get the chance to jump in a real race car and go for a drive, do it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I managed to jump into one of the U-Drive ones down at Highlands last year, Andrew, and thoroughly enjoyed it. One of the little radicals there, and yeah, just you know, I did a bit of karting myself as well, and I feel personally, I feel like it does translate.
It sure does. Like you said earlier, go for a hot lap if you get the chance and just see how violent they are.
Yeah.
but the skills are transferable between the two. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, consequences a little different, but yeah, for sure.
It's a lot cheaper going sim racing. Yeah,
100%. So no, hey, looking forward to the start of this one, and I think turn one here at the Nurburgring will always be interesting. A relatively good run down to turn one, downhill, big brakes, lots of runoff room, but obviously lots of opposing lines as we drop down in there, and then obviously, you know, pretty much a horseshoe right-hander, and then setting up for that very much sweeping left-hander into turn two sort of gives, I guess, optimism to drivers looking to make advantage on that early stage of the race.
Yeah, tricky little corner, J-Man. T1 at Monza sort of comes to mind when I think of T1 at Nurburgring here as the boys start to form up. I think that is Mav just pulling to one side.
And he said might have a hardware failure or something's gone on there.
So maybe doing a quick reset as the guys just forming up here and rounding the final corner here. It was Mav Webley on the front row here.
Oh, so something's gone on there.
We got Costas Makalos, Pete Dawson, Dayton, Will Dixon, Crossland, Shane Fonado and T-Fam, and we've got a green light with Webley with a clear run at it. Dixon having a bit of a crack there on Dayton in the Honda. Down into one, this will ease a bit of the tension into T1, I would suspect. That is Fonado down the inside, very close to Fam, pushes Crossland wide. Crossy, good recovery in the Nortec Porsche, Fam wide now.
Yeah, Crossy's going to have the rights to this next left-hander coming in here, but he needs to clear that McLaren before this right-hand kink. He still stays wide. A little bit too gentlemanly there. He's left himself wide. It's going to allow Fam up the inside with the optimum line. He probably could have closed the door a little bit earlier on that one.
He could have there, definitely. Dawson looked like he might have missed a gear there. Drops back towards him there. Gunther Rowe and a little bit of clean air. Just tucked in behind Firth. Firth giving it up to, I think, Aston Hughes there. Also, J-Man in the Aston Martin. Yeah, so good, busy start. Very busy start, but very clean from all the boys here. Relatively short field here tonight with 21, but yeah, it's difficult start here at Nurburgring with some quite twisty stuff. And yeah, all the boys through nice and clean there.
Yeah, I'm going to say look towards Steve Crossan here. He's going to look for an inside move up the hill, and he's very, very deep under brakes. And
he's made it happen on T-Fan.
Yeah, open the steering up into that left-hander and let Crossy go through. Well, Crossy was going through regardless.
I think so.
That Nortec car back up one more spot after that sort of a little bit of a dicey start there.
So, yeah, a move up from Crossland in the Nortec entry. Fonado, next car in the crosshairs. Fonado giving Dayton in the Honda all sorts of heat. This is the end of lap one, everyone.
Yeah, look, it's already started.
Webley stretching the legs. Macrolos stretching the legs on Dixon. Dixon in front of Dawson. Dayton, like I said, with Frodo, Crossland and Efam. Oh, bringing it up to Aston Hughes, Nick Firth, Gunther Rowe, Craig McConnell and Bella tucked in behind. Oh, Craig McConnell will have his work cut out for him with the Lexus behind him with Bella at the wheel. Worcester in 14th. That is Mav. Obviously rectified whatever problem he had there, J-Man, or has he?
Well, maybe I'll control delete and just got back going again. And I'll tell you what, he's
Turbot tucked in behind. Wadsworth, Nightingale, Kramer in 19th. We've got also Davison and
Tony Spence. Yeah, Tony Spence must have had something happen early on the piece there in the 420 car because he is a long way back of this field. So a little bit of early drama. But, hey, look, no answers at the moment for Webley other than Costas Macrolos just hanging around about 1.5 seconds behind. So the absolute ultimate start for Brandon Webley with obviously that mishap with Maverick off the start of that one. So he's going to make some fresh air here.
Yeah, so he just just on Worcester there, but the battles here, look, one to point out is the Crossland sandwich between Frodo and T-Fam coming on strong, to be honest. Aston Hughes, Nick Firth just tucked in behind that. This is only lap 2.
Yeah, and
these boys can win it from here.
Crossland's got that
He's got that thing
really dialed at the entry apex to the corner. He just about tags the back of Frodo into turn 15.
Well, he needs it, J-Man. Look at how Fam is just all over the back of that car.
Yep.
So T-Fam, that turn in that the McLaren gives you, he's really working that here tonight.
And they're going to struggle for pace against the horsepower of that Nissan. Oh, look at this Fam looking to go right around the outside. If he can make this lift there, he'll have honours for the left-hander.
He's got it.
Wow, hey, look, that's where a lot of passes you'll see happen tonight here is down into that section. Crossy looked to do maybe cut under and a switchback.
He had it done, didn't he, J-Man? Because they can come back there if they can hold that position first on Hughes. J-Man looks like Hughes just with a bit of a slip in the gears there. Maybe first going to go around the outside. He's got it done.
Oh, and he looked spatial awareness. He tucked that Ferrari down just in front of the Aston. Andrew, you would have picked up there just a really decisive move by Nick Firth there coming into that right-hander.
Yeah, it's a nice move. I can see Maverick's coming up the field slowly as well. He's picking his way back up, so it's going to be interesting racing.
Yeah, so he's about to come up on the Tokyo Taxi, AK Harrison Bella and the Lexus, and this Lexus all season long has shared honours with straight line terminal speed with the Nissan. And I'll give you a quick update on that stat too, gentlemen.
Yes, we will that. We will.
So I can tell you right now, the fastest car through the speed trap already is Shane Frodo in the Nissan.
No surprise.
251k an hour. And then the next quickest through would be Harrison Bella at 248. So they are the quickest cars in a straight line right now. I guess the slowest we'll see is the Lamborghini only clocking around 242 for Nightingale. Now Maverick in the same car, 246. So the Lamborghini hasn't got the straight line speed here tonight.
No, but as expected, J-Man, the usual suspects when it comes to the speed trap, isn't it? It is always the skyline. And as we just see Hughes pass Firth. But it's always the skyline and the Lexus, isn't it, J-Man?
Yep, so we just saw the drag race down the front straight and the Lamborghini didn't have anything, but I'll tell you what he has got is he's got a ton of brakes down into turn 1 and gets the job done on Harrison Bella down there.
So nice work from Mav, working his way back through the field. Maybe some little technical gremlins creeping in there on the formation lap there, ladies and gentlemen. We saw that car just leave the circuit and then regain it towards the back of the pack. So basically started from the back from Av and working his way through the field. It is only a lap 3. We're looking over the back wing of Shane Frodo's car. He has T-Fam and Crossland in the Nortec entry tucked in behind, well under that wing. quite often, actually. Dayton past Dixon. Is this on still? Dixon. Looks like he's just wrapped him up, and that is Dawson coming with.
Oh, that a dangerous place to be on the outside of the, it's one of those spots that,
We might just pick up a replay of that.
Yeah, catch that one, mate. That would be well worthy as he rounds up.
Just going back to the replay. Oh, Dixon deep at the hairpin at the bottom of the hill. Dawson up the inside. It's a run up the hill. So it was actually Dixon defending, not overtaking. And
I tell you what,
definitely brought Dawson back into the fray there, J-Man. Yes.
Well, what it is doing, you talk about Dawson, you have a look at what Dawson's got at the ready. He's got Fodolo, Fam, and Crossland. So
he's got plenty to think about, hasn't he?
All drafting down the front straight, trying to catch that next pack of Dayton Dixon.
And look at it. Just look at it from the helicam there now. Wow. Fodo's got it.
Fam's going to go with. I tell you what, if Dawson can't shut the door here down into turn 3,
he's in trouble. Yeah, he'll be in trouble. He'll have to defend the right-hander. Oh,
look
Fam.
At Crossy in there.
Crossy wants a bit of it too.
And look,
it's a freight train.
Crossy's
going to get done.
Dry. Oh, beautiful move.
So, look, the most impressive part about that, I think, was Crossland at the end of that, still being able to sneak that Porsche around the outside of Dawson.
It is an absolute
Oh, wow. Fam was so committed. Let's have another look at that.
Yep. So, Fam, beautiful.
Deep under brakes on Dawson. Crossy lining up on the inside, but then he's got the outside to deal with. Dawson's just like, just take my money and run away, guys.
So what did Dawson went? Dawson effectively
three
went
positions.
From P5
in 3 corners.
Back to P8
in 3 corners.
Yeah, how's that? And he's wondering what happened.
He's just like,
you guys are driving like a sprint race.
Oh, yeah. I tell you what, Crossy, just pick up on the Nortec car. He just got it incredibly wrong under brakes, heading...
and allowed Dawson back past there. That's right.
Yep. It was up the top of the hill before they run down, and he just lost a little bit of
we just
margin
picked
there.
it up at the on a quick replay there. J-Man took evasive action very deep up under the wing of T-Fam's McLaren, taking evasive action, getting it all kinds of wrong.
T-Fam's on the move here. He is attacking Fodado into turn 15, and I tell you what, he'll look for a move. Can he make an outside move between turn 1 and 2 again? Like he did
he chased Fodado through before.
Yeah,
that was on Dawson in the...
here
we go. There's contact.
And look who's come back through. Dawson's back through.
It's just like, thanks, guys.
Yeah, I'll take that. And look,
it's right round him.
Open invitation to the Nortec car, Steve Crossan, to jump back in that party after having that little incident. He's right back in the mix.
Yeah.
So
a little bit of contact there, wasn't it, J-Man? Just between the T-Fam and Shane Fodado car there, and that has pretty well gone back to what it was.
It pretty much has, and I'll tell you what, that'll buff out. Of
course it will.
What's the, just get an insight, just as we just quickly break away from this intense action, Andrew, give us an insight to, do you get a bit of rubbings racing in the TA2s in real life, mate?
Yeah, definitely. That was a late dive, but a little bit of rubbing's okay. If you push them off the track, you're in trouble.
Yeah, I think that was very much that wasn't a joint agreement, that move there with Fam and Fodado. I think that was hey, mate, I'm kicking this door in, deal with it, and they're back to it, which is always nice for us to see.
I want to see these guys do this for 90 minutes. It's like a sprint race.
Hey, look, at times they'll do it for the first 10, 20, and then they may break away with pit stops and that, but they always ramp it up with about 8 minutes to go, don't they, Davo?
Look, yeah, definitely watch all the way to the end with this stuff. These guys put on a performance right down to the closing stages. We still have a compulsory pit stop to do here. In amongst all this, which always throws a cat amongst the pigeons as well, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, just an assessment from up here, obviously in God's view, is Crossy in the Nortec car at the moment. I've just watched him just outbrake himself a few times on the last 2 laps. He just needs to maybe pull that brake marker back a bit and try and get that Porsche flowing a little bit again. Oh,
yes.
I'll tell you
Fam,
what,
so
Fam
close. So close to
close.
Frodo.
Yeah, just not rush the brake, the late braking thing, and just try and flow the car in. A little bit of cadence braking behind that McLaren would go. Oh, I tell you what,
round the outside.
He's got the rights to this one.
Oh,
Can he hold it there? Fam will have the grunt, the outside line. I think. Sorry.
No, that eludes me. Just watching that move from T-Fam on the outside there, because you know he thinged it out. We haven't talked about it tonight. Drive-throughs, track limits. That is a very real spot to get a drive-through. Now, these drivers do only get a few goes at that, and then fourth time round, if they take too much track, they will get a drive-through. So we've seen it all season long at times. Drive-through is a very real factor. These guys are very disciplined, but when you're racing this hard, it can happen.
Definitely, and just looking at the replay there, it looked like either or both T-Fam and Crossland may have got track infringement penalties there. One on the inside, one on the outside. So,
I agree.
So, yeah, tricky stuff. I think Crossy just sort of found himself somewhere. He's just like, whoa, I'm here. Just dealt with it sort of situation. But not so much now, really focusing on the back of Fam's car. Dodging, looking for that gap. Fam covering. Again, taking evasive action. Oh no. So getting tucked up underneath that wing. Just getting too much momentum, J-Man.
Yeah, look, he's going to come back into the clutches of Nick Firth here if he's not careful. I was just picking up on the progress of Maverick on Gunther Rowe, and he's been tucked in there for a little while, Andrew. I know you mentioned him moving forward earlier, but
sorry, guys. Quick replay.
Sorry, David.
Yep. Quick replay on Wadsworth's Spence issue.
Yep. Oh, side by side, down into the chicane, contact. Oh, that's ugly.
So yellow just picking up on the helicam as they come through the kink on the back chicane here, towards the back chicane here.
Yep.
A little bit of contact. It's all over. The two, I think it was a Lamborghini and Spence in the McLaren, both around after a little bit of contact into the chicane there. Losing a couple of positions each, J-Man, with that little mistake there.
There'll be a drive-through, will it?
Look, I think if, what are we, live stewards here tonight?
No live stewarding, I think, tonight.
No live stewarding, so potentially get away with that one, Andrew. But however, you know, I think maybe post-race could be a little bit of an investigation into that one.
For sure. All this stuff looked at post-race, but don't think the live stewards are on tonight. J-Man, Fam and Frodo as well. I noticed after Crossy's last little mishap there down the end of this back straight here on Fam, oh, look how close these guys are.
Yeah, they're incredibly close.
That has really let Nick Firth tag onto the back, and he hasn't let go, J-Man, this time. So Firth well in touch on the back of the Nortec. Fam up the inside.
Yeah, I tell you what,
he's got this.
That Nissan's not happy. It's really, really sideways on exit, so a lot of oversteer on corner exit. We used to seeing Shane drive it like that, but
well,
tonight it's a little excessive. It's not making lap pace by doing that. So once again,
Fam working the just the natural turn in that the McLaren's got. Oh, Crossy tucked right up in behind Frodo as well, and like we mentioned, Nick Firth. But yeah, Fam really taking advantage of the characteristics of the McLaren and the way it just tips into a corner. He's really just he's all over it tonight, as we see Frodo again, heaps of opposite lock out of the right hander.
And that's what I'm saying. I think, I know Crossy does a Twitch review of these races, and he'll look at parts of this race, I think, tomorrow night and sort of say, look, I rushed this little part here. I could have just hung in there because I think he's got car pace. I think he's legitimately got car pace.
Yeah.
He just needs to construct these passes and just stay disciplined, and he'll move forward. Just a quick shout out on Brandon Webley out the front. I've just been watching that margin closely at the moment, and I do believe Costas Macrolos, I just saw it down at 1.8, so potentially a little bit of bottlenecking through sectors. with those margins, currently sitting at about that 2-second margin out there. So it's not a foregone conclusion that Webley's checking out here. Obviously, we mentioned pit stops and stuff, and
then Macallos to Dayton.
It's another 5.5 seconds, another 3.5 to Dixon, another 3.3 to Dawson. But obviously, the cameras always go where the action is. Hence, watching this battle between Fam, Fotado, Crossland, Berthy. Maverick still tucked right up in behind Gunther Rowe. So,
as Fotado gets very sideways out of the chicane, allows Crossland to make multiple car links on him before turn 15, and Crossland all over the back of him. I think this battle really has slowed these guys' progress and allowed, the top 4 guys to stretch their legs, haven't they? Because these guys have been hard at it.
No, it has. And when they engaged in this not being able to take the optimum line or too wide through places, you look at the difference. T-Fam's just checked out from this battle a little bit now, and he's just run a 56.2. Fotado and Crossland both on 57.0s. Firthy on a 57.2. However, that was a cut lap for Firthy, so that has come up on my Delta as a red registered lap. So track cut on that lap. Well, like I mentioned, these guys got to be a little bit careful. It is a 90-minute race. Plenty of laps going to be run here tonight, and obviously, not too many track cuts allowed before they'll shoot one down.
They'll run out pretty quickly, that's it. And, some tricky corners where you just sort of wouldn't expect, like some tracks, like really beg you to get out off the circuit, the driving surface, and look for extra speed. This track really isn't one of them, but you still get punished quite harshly, don't you, for track infringements here, so...
Yeah, so it's just having a look out the back, actually, of Fotado's big Nismo wing there. And just
it is big.
It's a great shot, isn't it?
Yeah, Crossy just ranging, I just feel like we know historically the Porsche gets off the corner pretty well. We can see the horsepower difference there of the Nissan down the back straight heading down to this NGK chicane here. But the Porsche, very, very good on the entry. As we just see Crossy close up a little bit into 15 there, middle of the corner, very good. Uses every little bit of the track on the way out there. Got Firthy in tow as well, so that'll be something that'll be playing on his mind as Firthy just jumps out into some fresh air, looks for the inside into one. Crossy comes across to cover very, very quickly. Says no thank you.
Yeah, no, thank you very much, Nick Firth. Fotado looks like he's settled his heart rate down a little bit and maybe just got, that Nissan by the scruff of the neck now. And, he may have slowed down a little bit, but it looks a lot cleaner on track. So as we wind down, look, we're only 20 minutes in. Look, 10 laps, ladies and gentlemen.
Go figure.
It is round 10, the final round here for Rainlight Racing's 2024 GT3 Season 5. We must thank, of course, Nortec, Trek 31, Titanium Digital Solutions, True to Life Racing, Crossy 43, and Matchfit Entertainment for the broadcast. Please click the like and subscribe, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to watch more of this goodness as we keep watching Crossland and the Fotado battle. J-Man, they are the 2 closest cars on track as we speak in the race.
I just want a quick shout out as well to Mark Turbot, currently running P16 outright. And when I mentioned Turbot, obviously I mentioned he was in that battle with Adrian Kramer for honours. Adrian Kramer in 23rd outright on 88 points. Now you have got Mark Turbot there in second in class for the M class. And he is on 72 points. Now, look at the difference here. Turbot is in P16, Kramer is in P20. Some 11 seconds the deficit of P19. So that M title is not settled.
No, and we did allude to this as we talked about the points there earlier, J-Man, or you did, I should say. There's some fights going on here still. So
very much.
plenty to play for still. right down to the wire.
Yep.
These three are battling it out, aren't they? And
They are.
hey, the other one I've noticed is Maverick. He's got up to P10, qualified first, but then started off the back, so he's not doing a bad job.
He's doing a great job. It took him a while to clear Gunther Road, but quickly rounded up Ashton Hughes, Andrew, as you probably saw on the totem there. So, he definitely, he's definitely on the move. Got around about 5.5 seconds to make up the road to try and catch that battle of Firthy, Crossland, Fodderdo. But, hey, look, there's a long way to go. Rest assured, Maverick's done this before. He will catch up to these guys and become a part of this.
Definitely, as we wind down towards the first 30 minutes of this race being completed, a little over an hour to go, and just be noted, Pete Dawson on Dixon, J-Man.
Okay, so Dawson has made his way forward.
Slowly just wound the rubber band up tighter on that that Lamborghini, and he's look at this. He's on the tail of Dixon as we speak. Yeah,
he's going to have to do something special because Will's a pretty astute racer and he'll know where to put that Porsche. I tell you what, just as you were talking about that, I flicked back to Fodder. Fodder, incredibly sideways. I tell you what, Crossy.
Here we go. Crossy's around.
Look, and that was gentlemanly from Shane. He could have stayed in the gas
Let's
there.
Have another look at that.
Yeah, that would have spared Crossy. So he did the right thing there after that loss of control into turn 15. As you were, Davo.
Yeah, so they just jumped out onto the back straight there. Crossy had a good run on Fodderdos. We just pick it up on the replay here, J-Man. Through the kink, Crossy already had the run. Firthy was left behind. But like you said, the mistake from Fodderdo. Slipped in there deep under brakes. Big slide through the right hand. Part of the chicane. Little bit of elbows out. Contact. But Crossy through neatly. That's let Firth really look like he might have made a game from that. But, it just didn't quite make it past. So, epic stuff.
Yeah, look, it's been building. Just prior to that move, it was three wide for those three guys. And, Firthy had ranged to the outside. Gunther was looking for an inside move. Shane was in the middle. And, look, he's been under immense pressure. He'll be loving this. We both know Shane very well.
Definitely.
He's an incredible sim racer, and albeit he's not probably got that car right in the sweet spot of setup tonight, he'll enjoy every battle that he gets. He won't enjoy going backwards, but
definitely not. As we also pick up on Spence and Worcester as well, J-Man. But look, great work from Crossy. Like we both said, that the pace is in the car. He just needed to settle down, wait for the mistake from Shane, force the mistake. And he was there. And I think we'll see that Porsche drive away now from the Nissan, at least through this towards the pit stop anyway. So we know how these cars phase through their fuel loads and their tyre wear. So it will be interesting to watch as we just continue.
Margin at the top end of town too, Davo, is crushed right down, 1.2, 1.4 seconds. And a notable mention too, we talked about Crossing getting through. It'll be interesting to see what sort of pace he can run in fresh air. But one thing I can tell you is T-Fam, when he cleared that battle, just ran a 155.5.
Wow.
The leader of this race just ran a 155.4. However, Costas Makrolos just ran a 55.1. So it sort of gives you an idea about, where things are travelling.
Yep.
Our pole sitter, Maverick, he just ran a 156.2. So T-Fam's moving forward. I'm really interested to see what Crossland can do in fresh air out of a battle now and see what he can settle this Nortec Porsche down to do. I think if he can drop down into the mid-5s and be consistent, get a great pit stop, he could still be in the fight here for definitely top 5.
Well, who's got money on it? J-Man. J-Man's got the calls.
Look, I got $1.
Yeah.
I got $1 each way.
I'm a bit of an each way man as well. As we just see Nick Firth trying to obviously shake an already rattled Shane Fodderdo's cage here, J-Man, and work in the back of that Skyline, looking for the outside move. That is brave on the outside there. Can he make it live? Oh, down the inside, he's got the slightest.
So close.
So
and look who's in the back of shot.
I see that back of shot. That is
Maverick.
That is the man himself, Mav, slowly chipping his way through this field. Mav in 10th currently.
Yeah, good observation there, Hendo. It is still only a fast track. This track has not gone optimum yet, so expect these times to fall even further. Will we see some race pace in the high 54s? I think we will. Once these guys get out on a fresh tyre, I think we'll see some pretty stellar laps.
Yep. As we see, Dawson has backed off the back of Dixon now, J-Man. And who does he have just tucked right in behind him? Bart.
Firthy.
T-Fam Firthy on Fronado. It's the slightest little love tap on the back corner there. That's just enough.
Yeah, gives him a bit of a tickle on the way past.
And he says, mate, you're taking up space. Get over there. I'm coming through. And sneaks on past. Again, I think, like Crossland, that Ferrari is quicker than Fronado's Nissan at the moment. And, you know, like he was holding them up.
And I'll tell you what else has popped up on the radar, mate, is the Dixon, Dawson, and now T-Fam battle.
T-Fam just onto that as well.
Yeah, 2 becomes 3. So lots of battle packs forming. Obviously, we were heavily focused on T-Fam, Crossland, Dawson, and co. and Frodo, and now that's sort of spread out. You know, coming to this phase of the race where the tyres are wearing, fuel's dropping off.
And we will monitor Mav's rise back through the field, but it is pretty much a formality, ladies and gentlemen, until he gets to a certain point where he's got to start working for it. But Mav will continue to work his way through the field. Frodo next in line for Antoon, but I don't think. If we just flick back there, I don't think Frodo's really got much for anybody at the moment. That isn't looking very loose, J-Man.
Look, to be honest, I'd be looking to see what the pit window was doing, and maybe get off of that tyre and a bit of a reset, because maybe that tyre's not in the best pressure.
Here goes Phil.
Yeah, Maverick. True, he'll get this down. Oh, look, he'll run out of horsepower on the straight. We know how good the Nissan
skylight, is. Yeah, but look, wait till they get to the braking area.
Yep.
Bam, there you go. Thanks for coming. Oh, it's still tight.
Frodo's still got the optimum line here.
He's still got a bit of fight in him, J-Man.
What sort of... I just pick up while we're watching this, just back to Andrew. So TA2 series traditionally here in New Zealand, how many laps would you run around, say, the likes of Hampton Downs in a race format, Andrew?
It's normally pretty short, the sprint races. They're only about 10 laps. 10 to 20 is typical.
And tyre wear a real factor or not really with that duration?
It's not bad. There's a lot of time management because we only get one set of 4 tyres for the weekend, so that's got to get you through qualifying and 3 races, so you do have to manage tyres pretty carefully. They do last a long time.
Flat spot and quali wouldn't help?
No, you can't afford to flat spot them. So you're allowed 4 brand new tyres and 2 previously used marked tyres. That's all you get for the weekend.
Not 2 sets, just 2 tyres.
2 tyres, yeah. 2 used tyres.
2 used ones, that's tight.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's interesting. So, so obviously these guys are out there tonight on what is effectively an endurance tyre. So, you know, what we do know is that these tyres will comfortably run 60 minutes at this pace. There will be some dig. You might see, you know, up to a second of fall off or something like that, maybe 1.2, 1.4 seconds for the top guys in a stint. However, if you've got a car that's moving around as much as Shane's Skyline, expect the dig to be a lot higher. I personally don't think the pressures are that great on that Skyline for him to move backwards as much as he has, because he's a well-accomplished racer. So just picking up too, Davo, just on the Delta too, 0.7 seconds to the leader, 1-2. So Costas Makalos has just really engaged in an arm wrestle and a chest battle with Brandon Webley at the top end of town. We saw that stretch out to well north of 2 seconds there for a bit, and Makalos is just plugged away at this and got it down to half a second at the moment. In a prime position, heading towards what we would deem to be a potential pit stop phase coming up.
Oh, definitely, and look, you don't even need to look at the timer. It's there visually as we just see. I just see on my Delta there actually our data there. J-Man Mav pass Fotido. We expected that to be a fairly smooth transition, that position change, but. Look, Macrolos, now it's not 0.7, it is 0.3, and clearly getting tighter. So Webley with plenty to think about. But like you mentioned, J-Man starting to head. Oh, and there it is, Webley in for the pit stop. I just wondered whether Webley was cycling there to look for his pit stop. And Webley in, J-Man, if you want to keep an eye on that.
Yeah, I'll come at you with some pit data.
Macrolos looked like he just was a little bit distracted by Webley's pit entry there. And maybe the closing speed changed a little bit there. And
a little bit out of turn 15.
Yeah, just got a little bit loose out of 14, I think it was. And just on the run up to 15 there. But yeah, Webley in the pit lane was the race leader. So we are, what are we looking at here, J-Man? 56 minutes to go. It's still relatively, it's in the window, but it's an early stop, isn't it, J-Man?
It is an early stop, and look, what we know from what we've seen in the past, to grab some fuel in a tyre here, look, a really, really good stop would be somewhere around that 32 seconds on the jacks. And I would say somewhere around, he's at the last pit box, maybe a minute something, total trundle time in the lane. So there you go, 35 seconds stationary on the jacks with a total time in and out of pit lane of a minute 5.
So that's a reasonable stop, isn't it?
Hey, look, I think, to be honest, if I said that Costas Macrolos, if he looked to counteract the undercut there, came in this lap and managed to do a 32-second stop in a minute 3.
There's time on track, straight up.
I think he'd gain track advantage.
Yep.
So be something to watch, be something to think about as we see these guys go out. However, as you mentioned, it is an early stop. And obviously Macrolos at the end of that tyre phase was certainly in a better position than the Lamborghini. So Ferrari over Honda, over Lamborghini, over Porsche, over Lamborghini, over McLaren makes the top 4 at the moment.
It's not a bad mix, is it?
Yeah, look, hey, every manufacturer's being represented pretty well here tonight.
Yeah, it just shows again, and we have been spruiking the current BOP, doing really good, and obviously with the LFM stuff as well. So BOP's awesome at the moment. These guys in a close battle, like you said, 4, 5 of the marks there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Crossland in the Nortec entry. The first of the double ups in the Porsche. In a bit of clear air at the moment. Not so much for Dawson, who has still got T-Fam. Well, not sort of applying the blowtorch so much, but he's there in the mirror and not going away anywhere. Also, like we just mentioned, Crossland just sitting back there, not too far back from these boys. In 6th position.
Yeah, so it appears we might have some sort of ×2 scale on the timer here today. We started this race at 2 o'clock. It is now 4 o'clock. We can see the light really starting to fade here. Lights are on.
Here we go.
So something to think about at the back end, as we have seen a significant, obviously 1 degree of ambient temperature drop since the start of this race. So 16 degrees and 21 degree track. So just something to think about going forward for these drivers out there is if you stop early and set your pressures for the current conditions, given that we're ×2 scale on the applicable time here, inside the next 53 minutes, which is effectively, you might as well just say short of 2 hours real time, is Webley's tyre pressure going to stand up to the dropping temperatures?
Yeah.
So very real
good point. And remembering, the track's still not an optimum either, J-Man.
Well, I'm not entirely convinced it's going to get there.
No.
With these, you know, with the cooling conditions. Yeah.
Yep.
So, you know, we may have seen the best the track's got to offer today. So Dayton out there.
Yeah. So interesting condition for the boys here tonight in the final round of Rainlight Racing's 2024 GT3 Series 5. Plenty more to come for Rainlight Racing this year. Obviously, there will be more GT3 rounds to look forward to, ladies and gentlemen, so stay tuned. Obviously, we're going to thank Nortec, as always, Trek 31, Titanium Digital Solutions, True to Life Racing, Crossy 43 and Matchfit Entertainment for the broadcast. Give us a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, plenty racing to go. J-Man, we have dipped in to the final hour. Now, we would start to see a bit of a flurry of pit stops, wouldn't we? Like any time soon over the next couple of laps.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Hendo, got my eyes on that as you speak, mate. Dawson and Pham, probably the closer one. Dixon's kind of holding his own at the moment. And yeah, so definitely got my eye on that there, Hendo. But yeah, the other one I wanted to mention as well, we talked about Crossland and Fresh Air. Obviously hasn't made massive inroads into Pham, because Pham's got a ton of pace on that car. Last lap round 55.5, Crossland 55.4.
Yeah,
Macrolos 55.0. So
wow, yeah.
But with fresh tyres, I might just mention fastest lap of the race right now. Brandon Webley just set a 154.950. So
it's pretty impressive, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely set those tyre pressures for the now.
Definitely, as we see, I think that's T-Fam in the pits, and we've also seen Lucas, Harrison Bella, should I say, in the pits.
Okay. Well, I'll keep my eye on those numbers, Davo, as far as, you know, what he can do and improve. Okay, so we can see Bella was 35 seconds with a 105 total time. Turbot actually had a bit of a shocker. 121 stationary gives him a total of 152. I mentioned the success of Turbot over Kramer. Now, Kramer out there hasn't pit stopped, but certainly got a couple of 3 spots ahead of Turbot at the moment. So
yep, and Turbot pitted already, so yeah.
So we'll see how that shakes out post pit stops. But for me, the big one is Pham, looking for a sub 35 stationary. Does do that. A 32 second stationary gives him a total pit lane time. Should be looking somewhere around the minute 3.
Okay, so we need to really look at Dixon and Dawson's pit stops there, J-Man. He was right in amongst that battle.
Yep. So who's he come out behind?
Well, he'll be behind.
Worcester.
Yeah, okay.
He's come out behind Worcester, who's unstopped, but that there, 32 second stationary, 1 minute 2 overall trundle time through the lane, including the stop, puts, I believe, T-Fam in a good position, battling, remembering with Will Dixon and Pete Dawson.
Dixon and Dawson, yeah. So we'll just pick up on Dawson. Both of those guys actually, they're in camera shot together as they run up. So they go around again, J-Man. So they stay out.
Yep. And Crossy in the lane, he'll be looking for a good stop because he was just starting to make some inroads to there.
So Crossland in. Keep an eye on that pit stop as well, J-Man. We know Crossy, you know, he's one of those guys. He definitely ticks the 1% boxes, doesn't he? And can really nail his pit stops, and he needs that. I think he needs to get some gains in his pit stop over trying to fight it out on track.
He didn't get it in the box, mate. He had 2 stabs at it, pulled up too short, and actually plucked a gear and just had to pull it forward a little bit. So that's actually going to cost him a little bit.
Oh, that's tough. That's tough for Crossland.
Yeah, so it could
Keeps
be a deficit
updated
there.
On that. So as Crossland fights to get that Nortec entry, Porsche stopped on the box there. We continue to watch here. Dawson chasing down Dixon. I think this little thing will stay status quo until the pit stop. I think these guys just pacing each other at the moment. T-Fam, this is where the battle is. You know, will these guys be able to beat T-Fam? Stellar time. T-Fam would have to be the quickest pit stop so far, J-Man, out of the 4 or 5 we've got done already.
Yeah, that didn't hurt Crossy as much as I thought. He actually managed a 35 stationary and
that's not too bad.
And a 106 outright. So it cost him a second on the outright, and you know, potentially, you know, he could have tidied that up by 2 or 3 seconds on the entry. But hey, look, it wasn't as bad as I thought. So look, I doubt he'll probably make too much on the likes of Dawson and co on that if they status quo the same. So
Dawson in the pits, J-Man, if you want to pick up on that one. Dixon stays out. Dawson in. This will be interesting. We want to see where Dawson comes out with Fam. Fam with a stellar stop, J-Man.
Yeah, great stop.
Yeah, and he was just tucked in behind Dawson there. Or was he in front? I can't remember.
So who are you talking about? Fam?
T-Fam.
No. Look, he was. I believe he was behind, and the track has gone optimum. Hendo. I did just see that flick over there.
Oh, there you go. Here we go.
Perfect time to bolt on a set of rubber right now.
As we wind down here, 46 odd minutes to go. So this is pretty well the halfway mark, ladies and gentlemen. We will see a big
in the lane.
Big set of pit stops here as we just stay focused on Dixon there.
Dawson with a 35 stationary, so pretty much on the button with Crossland. So these guys are going to be tight, so maybe pick up on Crossland on the exit here. 105, this is going to be tight, should be. Oh, Crossy probably back a little bit, still tucked in behind.
Yeah, Dawson with a clean exit there.
Bodo approaching 42nd on the jacks.
And Fam well up the road. So Fam with the gain there, like we suspected. So the next in row would be Dixon.
It'll be Dixon. Yeah, it'll be Dixon once he makes a stop because he's well in that battle with Fam.
As Dixon rounds, here we go. Dixon in, J-Man.
Bodo still on the jacks. Oh, that's a shocker.
First stays out.
1:07 on the jacks for Fododo, Davo.
Oh,
Andrew.
no.
So that is going to hurt. I just want to pick up on the lap pace at the moment of the leading car, Costas Macrolos. 155.3, Webley, 155.3. So that, once the pit stop shake out, should effectively be your positions 1 and positions 2. Oh, we've lost Andrew, I think, out of comms. Yep. Well, it was great having Andrew on board. It really, really was.
Absolutely. So, Andrew Turner, everyone. Round of applause for Andrew. Yep, awesome stuff. 100%. Thanks for joining us tonight, mate, and bringing us a whole bunch of more information about Nortec, filling some of the gaps, and yeah, great guy, doing some really good stuff in NZ with some awesome technology with these motion sims. J-Man,
Ashton Hughes in the lane.
Dixon out of the pits. T-Fam in front. Dawson behind. So lost a position to Fam. So Fam's pit stop really did give him a big gain there, J-Man.
It gave him a huge gain.
Yep.
Like, you know, we're talking
two positions.
3 seconds. 3 seconds in the pits that's what it's worth.
Yeah.
So
nice work. Dayton in the pits, J-Man. I'll just focus on that for a little bit.
Yep.
As I take a quick break.
So just trying to keep tabs as well. Also off camera, still circulating. Hasn't made his pit stop is Maverick, which effectively puts him P3 at the moment, obviously with Dayton in the lane. So we'll give you an update on Dayton, still well on the hunt for a podium here tonight at the Nurburgring. Matt Dayton currently 18 seconds on the jacks, looking for an optimum of around 32. I'm not sure. We'll try and get an update. So what happened to 585 Shane Fodderdo? He did have an incredibly long pit stop, 1 minute 7 on the jacks for Shane Fodderdo, 1 minute 37 total time, which would see him drop back a lot. Now that was a very, very quick pit stop there from Matt Dayton, 33 seconds. But for me, it's the outright time in and out of the lane, 103 total time. So the best time tonight so far would be TFAM at a 32-second stationary over 1 minute 2 outright, but the next best would be Dayton with a 33 and a 103. So very, very efficient pit stop from the Car 12 Honda team. So great work there from Dayton. That'll put him in a good position once I guess Maverick, Firthy and Gunther make their stop. So obviously has come out behind Webley. I'll try and find what that margin is. Dayton around 13 odd seconds behind Webley. So I guess it'll be all about Macrolos. Yeah, I think Macrolos at this point, it looks to be Macrolos, Webley, Dayton for a potential podium at this early phase of the race. Still obviously 40 minutes to go, and a hard-charging Maverick who has currently just taken the race lead provisionally, obviously without making a pit stop.
Yeah, so Macrolos and Firth in the pits, J-Man?
Yep, just come in now, so
yep.
Macrolos on the
and
jack.
We've also got this Dixon, Dawson, and Crossy still there, the ever-present Crossy in the Nortec entry, just like right there, ready to scoop up the crumbs there. As we've seen pretty well the whole...
Webley on Macrolos rounds them up.
So, nice work.
Yep. So, 35 seconds on the jack for Webley, 34 for Macrolos. Minute 5 total time for Webley, minute 3 for Macrolos. But we saw Webley go out and bank those crazy fast times at that time of the race. So, look, what we do know as well, 40 minutes to go, is Macrolos is going to have the better tyre at the back end.
Yeah, well, definitely. We saw Webley get in early. Webley was in front of Macrolos, so yeah, no surprise. And both, good, clean pit stops, J-Man. So, yeah, no surprise there. But, yeah, like you just mentioned, look, Webley on a way older set of tyres, isn't it? Like a good, 20 minutes?
Easily, yeah, I'd say easily 20. And so, and we saw the Macrolos car come back at Webley at the back end of that stint when Webley decided to go. So, obviously, nowhere near the margin to make back now. I mean, it's just shaken out. He is around about 1.4, 1.5 seconds off of Webley. He's just got to stick in there now. This is that phase of the race where he's just got to stick in there, let these tyres come up to temp. Maybe push maybe 2 or 3 good push laps.
But not overdo it, isn't it? You just because you need that momentum, don't you, running into this final phase of the race?
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. Just to get really right in the zone there, and just stay with him and put the pressure on, and then force the mistake through pressure.
Oh, Dawson off.
Okay, so...
let me just get a quick... Hang on.
Oh, that was big.
So Dawson, awkward looking... Oh, gets a slide and just overcorrects. Literally flicks the white Lamborghini off the circuit, unforced. Allows Crossland through. So... Crossland there, and now in behind Firth. Now Firth will be well aware Crossland is there. And these guys, good mates. And I'm sure Firthy might have a slight bead of sweat, J-Man, on the brow at the moment.
Very much.
Yeah, with Crossland in behind. They're well tucked in underneath that wing. Hi, Mum, from Nick Firth.
Yeah, so, look, he's right in the thick of it. So obviously, yeah, a bit of an up and down night for Crossy. He was well and truly battling in the top. Oh, Firthy very, very deep there. He's going to have rights here, but it puts Crossy look for a cut back there. That was very awkward.
Oh, yeah, just couldn't quite set the car up properly because it was so late. But yeah, still well in touch, J-Man. But lucky for both of those guys there, actually. They looked a little bit awkward.
Now, Macrolos has bridged that gap back down. You don't need to look at the delta to see that it's well inside a half a second.
Yep.
As they approach turn 15, final part of the lap. And I tell you what, I think there's a challenge on for the top spot of this race.
I think so.
Maverick in the pit lane.
Mav in the pit lane and currently leader of the race, well, just for momentarily there, but starting pretty well from back of grid, J-Man, with we saw him in the formation lap just step aside there.
Give you a number of Mav's pit stop?
Go.
19 seconds stationary.
Okay.
And a total transit time of 48 seconds.
What does that tell you?
That's fuel only, I think, pal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say that's fuel only, no tyre.
So Guthero in the pits as well, James. And here we go. This will be interesting now. So we have been monitoring
Mav's
progress. But we didn't expect. Tell me you didn't expect that, because I know I didn't.
The Maverick thing?
Yes.
No, I didn't. But look, he's going to ask a lot for the next 35 minutes out of that tyre. If anybody can make that tyre live, it will be Mav. So very much a splash and dash head, and we'll see what he can do. But look, the pace of the car, I don't know whether he was pacing himself through that opening stint, because I was looking at the lap times and they weren't Maverick-esque. They just weren't. So was he managing that tyre? I mean,
yep.
You know, irrespective of where he finishes up, I'd love to talk to Mav at the end of this and just see what the mindset was. Was he managing the tyre because he just knew he was going to do this right from the get-go?
Yep.
And was the ploy at the start to go back on purpose? Was that an intentional ploy to go to the back? He knows he's got this championship wrapped up.
Yes.
And bring it back through on one set of tyres for this race with a splash and dash and see if he can take it towards the front. However,
what a class act.
He's going to have to put the hammer down, because those front two are really, they are absolutely on the gas. Both banking 54.8s and 54.9 last lap round. So it's going to need something special from Mav.
Yeah, this is some quick stuff here. As we just see Dayton, J-Man, just hits it with a 54.340.
Yeah.
My God, in the last lap.
Yeah.
Wow, is that got a Honda badge on it, that thing, or what?
Another quick update too. So I'm not sure what the service settings were, but Maverick came in for that splash and dash, and what I can see on my data is that is not a classified pit stop.
It doesn't show a classified pit stop. I'm seeing that, J-Man, as well as I'm sure all the viewers can see that as well. Comes up, shows a pit stop with the number 1, but not cleared with the green bar, J-Man. So
mandatory tyre stop required.
Mav will be doing another trundle through pit lane as we pick up on this Crossland Firth battle. That is not going. A Macrolos on Webley. That is not going away either, J-Man.
Oh, that is absolutely on.
Mate, we have over 30 minutes to go, and these battles are ramping up already. It's like it's the last 10 minutes.
Yep. No, quick shout out as well. Once again, just sent a message back through to Andrew. Just absolute pleasure to have Andrew Turner from Nortec here tonight.
Yes.
Jumped in for a good portion of the broadcast with us. I thought he did very, very well. sitting and tuning in as Macrolos gets it incredibly wrong. He's
no!
make the fence incredibly hard.
He does hit the fence. We will pick up on a replay. We did
Oh,
catch
he
it on stream, but here we go.
saved
Watch
it.
it again.
Wow. That is crazy.
Look at that. Oh, what a weird... It looked like he opened the steering to counteract the bounce off the curb, and it literally drove straight ahead off the circuit. So,
Yep.
very tricky little manoeuvre there.
Yeah, let's Webley off the hook there, but I tell you what, be looking back, not probably, you know, back to Mav. It'll be back to Dayton. Now, Dayton, that was a 10.5 second margin, which has shrunk back down to 6.8, 6.9 now.
Yeah,
so hopefully that Ferrari's not too bent.
Oh, Mav in the wall, J-Man.
Oh, big time. And straight back to pits.
Okay. So, bit of an issue there. Series leader. In the wall, J-Man. Tough.
Yeah, very uncharacteristic from Mav, but I'm just sorry, mate. I've just stuck to this Crossland.
Totally. Earth, like I think he might have more than just 1 bead of sweat on his brow at the moment, because I bet he's working his ass off. Hi, Mum. To just stay focused enough to keep that Ferrari in front of Crossland. Crossland, just a dogged racer, isn't he? He doesn't make mistakes. Generally, we've seen a couple tonight, but yeah, just stays there, and he stays there, you know, like, and yeah, Firth will be mindful of that and keeping a close eye on the mirror, looking for that Nortec car to sneak up beside at any moment. These guys going at it. Two closest cars on track at the moment, ladies and gentlemen. Final round here for Rainlight Racing's 2024 GT3 season. Been an awesome season. Heaps of ups and downs. 10th round here. More racing to come.
Yeah, a lot of exciting sim racing to come, and
definitely
on the calendar. So look, it doesn't end here. Obviously, there'll be a brief break, and yeah, but no doubt watch your preferred communities and stuff, and see what's happening. I'm sure maybe MatchFit Entertainment may come up with a few short reels and highlight videos of what we might expect as well. I'm not sure what's on the horizon there for MatchFit as far as media stuff for that, but we will be covering off plenty more racing in 2024. Who is that? Is that the Davison car that are they catching Firthy and Crossy? Oh, sorry, no, that's Dixon. That's Dixon just up the road, Davo. So he's not that far up the road.
Okay, so Dixon looks like he's come back to them there a little bit.
I think
That's
so.
Unusual.
Yep. So
Dixon, we'll keep an eye on that. We've also got, of course, well, who are we talking about? It's Firth and Crossland coming up behind him there. So
last lap round for Dayton, 53.9.
Wow.
53.9. That Honda is on the move.
He's just breaking his own lap records here in race trim, J-Man.
Yeah, that thing is hooked. And I'll tell you what, I just picked up on Costas Macrolos the lap before, coming out of 14 again, where we saw him have that big lose. The car doesn't look good through that high-speed section coming out of the S's. So just a little bit unstable on exit, and I feel like that's what happened prior. But look, he hasn't given up on Webley, because that margin was 3.6 seconds. It's down to 2.4, 2.5. So,
well,
what do we know?
I mean, clearly the car's got the pace, because he was there before. So
yeah,
there's still over 28 minutes left in this race, J-Man. He knows he's got the time to to work his way back, chip that gap away, and get back on the back of Webley's Lamborghini. So, yeah, I can't see Macrolos giving up anytime soon in the 222 Gatorade Ferrari there, J-Man. Again, look, Dayton, 24.292. My God. Wow.
Yeah, so last lap round, 54.9 for Webley, 54.2 for Macrolos, 54.2 for Dayton. Still got 28 minutes of the race to go. We have got 2.3 seconds between 1 and 2. Another 6.1 seconds, 6.2 seconds back to Dayton. Obviously, Dayton's the one that probably needs to keep the pressure on, needs Macrolos to catch Webley and those guys to go to battle. If those guys go to battle inside the next 10 minutes, if that 2.1 seconds shrinks, he'll be all over it, mate, because their lap times will fall into the high 4s or the low 5s, and if he can keep punching low 4s or high 3s like he has been.
Yeah. You know who's winning out of this is T-Fam at the moment, because he's sitting in 4th. He's got, what we're suspecting the top 3 to compress and get going, and then we've got the Dixon Perth Crossland thing going on behind him. He's just sitting in this little gap of clear air.
Yeah.
Perfect for his championship. So
and Firthy on Dixon. Dixon's just in a spot of trouble at the moment. Stewie just mentioned Dixon did a 58, so well off the pace there, and Firthy's all over him. So that's going to change shortly. Now Crossy's just sort of slightly back a little bit of that. Firthy's managed to walk away from him a little bit, but as you mentioned, also Fam still punching well above at the moment, but Macrolos 1.2 seconds. Obviously had that big lose, needs to keep the car steady through turn 14 up to 15. That's the danger spot for that car.
But visually, look at the gap now, J-Man.
Yep.
Look how we just mentioned 2 minutes ago about the 28-minute mark. Like that he had the time to chip it away, and in those 2 minutes, he's look there, he's right there again. And Webley will be very conscious of that, and we'll start to look at his mirrors. Firth on Dixon, J-Man ramping up. Firth, very much a gentleman driver.
Oh, he's looking down the inside.
And will be interesting to see whether Firthy gets a big enough gap that he thinks, okay, I'm going to put it up, put it there. But
both two drivers, I think, most would feel comfortable around. They both give plenty of space. Sure. So I feel like it's only a matter of time. I think that Ferrari's ranged up there fast enough to be able to construct something here. It's not just a case of Dixon's made a one-off mistake. I think this is building.
Yeah.
So he's just going to have to try and set it up, look for the run.
And like and another observation is that, and we know how these tyres phase, don't we, J-Man? And particularly in some of the cars, the Porsche being one of them, and both the Porsches slow at the moment. Crossy backed off that battle. Dixon coming back to Firth, we could see in the last 15 minutes or 10 minutes those Porsches come right back. Their tyre might phase the other way. Bam, they're back in the mix and are looking all speedy. So,
0.4 at the top end of town too, Davo.
Yeah. So Macrolos, that gap is no more, J-Man. That is a battle royale as we speak. It is the final round here, round 10 at Nurburgring for Rainlight Racing's 2024 GT3 season. And look, we have got a race on our hands right down to the end, J-Man. This is awesome.
Yeah. And what does this mean? Macrolos out of P11. Right now, Webley obviously running up there and third outright. So this is just a little bit of bragging rights, this one.
Oh, for sure.
This won't have a big impact on the championship for Webley. However, he'll want to take this final race, but Macrolos wants this final one as well. And I'll tell you what, 14, 15 was his danger spot, but he looks so strong there this lap.
Yeah. So, I suspect he won't. Oh, look. I'd like to say he wouldn't make the same mistake again, but you know what that corner...
I don't think he intended to do it the first time.
No, so. That's right. You know what that corner's like. I mean, I only drove it in a race a couple of nights ago, and it's it's a killer. And I don't think over the course of the evening I did it the same twice ever. It's just crazy. The break and entry is critical. And so simple to do. But look, we know the car's got pace. The Ferrari's got pace. We got Nick Firth's Ferrari with pace as well. So is this a Ferrari track, J-Man, too?
Look, hey, I think with what we're seeing out of Firthy and Macrolos, I think definitely, they're definitely very, very strong here tonight. So Firthy just needs to keep the pressure on here. And
Macrolos.
Yep.
Inside
looking for an inside move. Oh, very tight. Gets out of it. Oh, he gets out of it a couple of times. Oh, a little bit of a rub there too.
He's just sort of going, look, okay, I backed off, but come on, hurry up now.
That is so precise. That is so very, very close.
Classy stuff. Nice work from both those guys.
Yep. He gave it a good red hot go, but got out of that. So, look, if Webley doesn't know that his intent is to go past, he knows now.
Look, I'm just going to sneak up to Firth just quickly on Dixon.
He's going to run down the inside here.
It's looking very similar in the same corner, but Firth gets it done.
Oh, he shuts the door beautifully too on the exit.
Again, and we saw that from Firth actually earlier.
Yep.
Just really did. Nice work. Great spatial awareness from Firth tonight. So sneaking it in there, Dixon. Like I said, we both noticed that car is not optimum at the moment.
No.
Back to Macrolos.
I'll leave that with you for a second. I just get starting. I need to recharge the vessel.
We do pick up on Macrolos and Webley. The two other closest cars on track at the moment, apart from Dixon and Firth. And I don't think Dixon really wanted to give that away, as he probably fights back here a little bit. But both Macrolos and Webley, Firth and Dixon hard at it. We obviously still got Crossland just in the back of shot there from this Dixon-Firth battle. Ready to pick up any crumbs possible. Also, Dayton. We will just, let's see where Dayton is. Matty Dayton there with the Honda, ready to pick up any crumbs from what's going on in front of him. Not too far behind that battle as well. T-Fam stuck in the middle.
Macrolos, Webley catching traffic.
Webley, we're on traffic here, coming up to one of the fastest set of corners on the track here. Up to the S's, that's Dayton's car, you can see in the background there. So Dayton with a visual.
He's making inroads to these guys, isn't he?
Absolutely.
So like I mentioned, if they got in battle, they have dropped into the high 55s, Dayton in the low 54s. I mentioned this earlier, if it happens, it'll play into the hands of Matt Dayton. So, Macrolos really just showing the nose down into that final chicane.
Yeah, it was just ever so slight, wasn't it? It's just like, I'm still here, mate. Just one eye.
Yeah. Webley with a beautiful apex out of turn 15 just to really hold station and probably take a little bit of threat away down here into turn 1. But once again, those guys tidied those lap times up then, 155.0 apiece.
Oh, they needed to, didn't they?
However, Dayton came through with another 154.2, so a good 0.8 of a second he made on them again. The margin now, second to third, only 3.7 seconds.
Look, and Dayton really making it count when it does count, like at the end of the race, and really pushing hard. These guys fighting it out amongst themselves.
And I don't think that Macrolos Webley will have any idea, given what they're dealing with each other right now, that Honda is coming.
Yeah. You think they might be a little bit unawares to it?
I to be honest, I mean, I really feel like we're going to get opportunity to talk to all of these three that we're just talking about on screen, because I think it's going to be the podium. In what order, I'm not sure, but it'd be interesting to know if I ask the question with just under 20 minutes to go, were you aware that the Honda was coming? Maybe, Macrolos maybe, but Webley definitely not.
Yeah.
His focus will be fully eyes forward and one back on the Macrolos car, and all the meantime, Dayton is just making absolute gains every lap.
Yeah, and it looks speedy. We'll just get a bit of camera on Dayton's car as we again thank our sponsors: Nortec, Trek 31, Titanium Digital Solutions, True to Life Racing, Crossy 43, and Match Pit Entertainment for the broadcast. But that Honda looks so smooth even when it's going fast, but at the moment it looks agitated. So it just tells me, as you see him run through that back complex of corners, he is pushing very, very hard, J-Man.
Yeah, incredibly hard. And I'll give you an update. These guys just tidied the lap times up. 154.7, 154.6, 154.6 for Dayton. So no real gains there for Dayton.
Yeah, a bit of an untidy lap there towards the end. But yeah, he's clearly got a visual on. So he's got that visual goal in front of him now. And really starting to unleash.
Yeah, just really untidy in that turn 13, 14, and, obviously tidied it up by 15, but just the cut across the curb there, unsettled that Honda. Just cost him a little bit of margin. He was potentially going to make a little bit more on them, but, just untidy there. Webley, however, on the other hand, just doing a great job out there at the moment with all the pressure of Costas on him. He's out there, sometimes you can easily slip into defense mode when you're doing this and pick the defensive lines, which aren't the fastest lines. But look, going around last lap time in a 154.7 sort of shows us that he really is still attacking the lap.
Definitely. So we just see pick up on Kramer, leaders out of the AM class. Yep. Turbot actually not too far behind, just coming into T15 there.
Yep. Yeah, another one of the PPR racing team, Astons.
And Nightingale a little bit further back, about halfway through the lap. Just coming to grips with that spectacular looking Lamborghini. So nice work from Josh, Turbot, and Adrian Kramer. J-Man.
Yeah, another 54.7 for Webley, 54.9.
Dixon back to 6th. What happened there?
No, that was because Firthy passed him.
Okay.
Yep, that was status quo, mate. That was because Firthy had passed him earlier and T-Fam's still up there in P4 doing his thing. Yeah, so 54.7s apiece for positions 1 and 3. Macrolos just a tenth or so off the pace there, 54.9. So, but he's still right on the bumper of Brandon Webley at the moment. I'll tell you what, that is just not changing.
So, but like you mentioned, bragging rights for Macrolos, and we've seen Macrolos already this season. Just, mate, when this guy's on, he's like on full blast, and really showing some great form here tonight in the 222 Ferrari there.
Yeah, he's certainly had a couple of bottles of Gatorade before the start of this one because he's got plenty in the tank at the back end. I'm just watching. So T-Fam circulating nicely too. Last lap round 55.3. However, Firthy 55.1. I guess the downside is there is a 7-second margin with still 14 minutes to go between those two cars. But Firthy are really coming on strong late in the race. So those Ferraris really showing they're going the distance here in this 90-minute race. And, we know that the Ferrari does have great fuel economy. So I guess the back end of the stints, maybe the potential for them to have carried slightly more efficient fuel loads has paid divvies to everything, tyre wear, obviously the weight of the car. So once again, these guys come through. 55.0 for Webley, 54.9 for Macrolos, 54.7 for Dayton. So Dayton just crushes that margin back down to that 3.2, 3.3 second margin again. So he's just sort of plateaued there. Needs some big laps. Needs some low 4s, high 3s. I don't know if the car's got enough tyre left in it. But
again, it's just like that tyre cycle too, J-Man. I mean, better than yeah, you push hard for those few laps, and you've really got to let that stuff just cool down and just get it back into a nice space, and before you can go again, isn't it?
Yep.
So Dayton just looking for more pace. Has the Honda got it in it? I don't know. I don't think so. Macrolos and Webley with such awesome pace at the moment, and I think as much as the Ferrari looks quick, Webley definitely got its measure in the Lamborghini here tonight at Nurburgring. Round 10 in the Rainlight Racing GT3 season.
He definitely can't make any mistakes though, Davo. Like, Webley has just got to be just pinpoint accurate from here on out. I mean, it's still 12.5 minutes. And, at this level to go out there and be pinpoint accurate, and he's done that for the better portion of this race for, the last 78 minutes. So, just another 12, Mr. Webley, and you'll bring this one home. But that's way easier said than done. So
look, easy for us to say, J-Man, as we pick up on T-Fan.
54.5 for Brandon Webley. He delivers.
Wow.
54.6 for Macrolos, and then a 55.2 for Dayton. So Dayton just lost a bit there, just heading out towards that 4-second plus margin now.
Yeah, and those guys just responding to each other more than Dayton, aren't they? Like you said, they're probably a little bit unawares of Dayton. They're in their own little battle there going on. But T-Fam in some clean air. Crossland making inroads. Gunther Rowe also on Dawson. Now Dawson, I saw Dawson drop back on the leaderboard there earlier, and that car looks damaged, I think. So Dawson... not in a happy place in the Lamborghini.
Yeah, bonnet's up on the front of that thing, so that's had a hit.
So a few scrapes on the Lambo. Headlights are flashing. But
yeah, Crossland really closing on Dixon now, 0.7, 0.8 of a second. So really starting to get some fire in the belly now as Crossy at the back end of this one with just over 10.5 minutes to go.
Yeah, right at the right end of the race, isn't it, J-Man? And we see this from Crossland quite often. Oh, well, all the boys pretty well, but obviously, these guys up the pointy end, they really rise to it towards the end of the race.
This means something too, 282 points for Will Dixon over Steve Crossland, who is on 280 points. So, the difference between effectively P7 and P9, obviously Firthy's in the mix there in P8.
Yep.
Firthy's up the road from these boys. So, they're not likely, or the likelihood that Firthy is 1 point behind Dixon could move up one more spot in the championship for the end of this thing. You could see your Pro-Am class winner get as high up as 7th or potentially, no, I wouldn't say 6th position because Gazzetti's only on 286. So definitely could be up there. Matt Dayton 344. So you could see these guys all jump up a couple of spots in the series.
Yep. Yeah, well, that's right. Just give it a couple of spots. Obviously, a few absentees tonight. And, yeah, this is what it's all about. It's the long game, isn't it, J-Man, with these championships?
Yeah, 100%. And I tell you, Crossland he's hunting now. And like I said, this actually means something. You mentioned earlier about the 1% things. Well, all of these guys out there will be well aware of their championship position tonight and who they're racing, especially when you talk about 1 or 2 points in the championship. So you bet your bottom dollar that Dixon knows where Crossy is in the championship and vice versa.
Yeah, for sure. As we see Frodo recover
so close
in the Nissan V Bella in the Lexus. J-Man Crossland getting very close to Dixon. Macrolos getting close to Webley. McConnell takes Dawson, a damaged Dawson.
Again, puts him in the 10.
Fronado on Bella. So, as per usual, J-Man, we have the sprint to the finish. 8 minutes to go. A little bit here or there. Makalos.
Where can he do it? He's just got to keep the pressure on.
Webley, class act, J-Man. Just not making any mistakes.
Nah.
Not leaving the door open. No.
It's going to take something real special. I mean, he's got the pace to stay there, which tells me that...
Yeah, I think he's got the brakes. The thing will turn in. I don't think the... Oh, every now and then you see the Ferrari shine a little bit, but I don't think the Ferrari's got enough, you know, to get it beside that Lamborghini at the moment, especially at the hands of Brandon Webley, J-Man.
Yeah, and Dayton just backed out of this now. Maybe conceded to a third position, a podium there. He was a 55.3 versus the top two boys were still in the 54s. So, yeah, he may have conceded this one here and just backed out of that and thought better of it. Maybe took the best part of the tyre off of that when we saw him posting those amazing times. But, however, Makalos not giving up and Crossland still as close as he ever has been.
Yeah, so and it's still showing some really solid pace on Dixon. I thought these guys might have equalised sort of similarly, both being in the same market car, like I mentioned earlier. But Crossland really starting to shine in this right at the back end of this race here. Dixon still looks like he's struggling a little bit.
Shane Fronado got more company too. It doesn't get any easier. He's got Harrison Bella.
No, so he went past Bella, actually, J-Man. We just picked that up in the replay. So, yes, Fronado trying to claw his way back. You know, look, it looks like he's really struggled with that car tonight, J-Man. Not the best of races for Fronado.
Oh, no, what's happened to Dayton? Final corner. He's stationary. You know, he's got the car back going. I don't know if you can grab a replay on that. I'm not sure what happened there.
Oh, just picking up the end of it. Oh, slips it in. Rear lock up. Noses it into the fence.
Right, okay.
Picks up. Gets it down a few cogs. And he's off again.
Okay.
So, Dayton, like I mentioned, J-Man, that car always looks smooth, even when it's going fast. And, you know, like he looks like he's really pushing that car a little bit untidy towards the back end of this race. Makalos, oh, very wide.
Yeah, but brings it back. You know, just the control to be able to bring it back and stay with him.
Yeah, just putting that Ferrari where he just can place it, can't he?
Yeah, 100%. And you know, that just tells me, like, I wonder what he could do if he had the fresh air like what Webley's got in front of him. What, you know, is there a little bit more pace on that car? Could he pull a gap?
So obviously Dayton now no threat. 5 minutes to go, ladies and gentlemen. This is the final round, round 10 in Rainlight Racing's 2024 GT3 Series 5. We're winding down. Webley leading the race. Costas Makalos second. Matt Dayton in third. We've had special guests tonight with Andrew Turner from Nortec. Yes, Nortec. The Aussie motion sim specialists. Get yourself one of those guys. But, yeah, we're winding down now, J-Man. Plenty to play for. Bragging rights for Makalos. Webley chasing more points. Bella off to the side there.
Yeah, Bella off to the side there.
I think just letting the boys go past there, J-Man.
Okay.
Nice work. Cross still on Dixon. A little bit of a gap there for me. But Makalos will he give it a crack. Look, J-Man, these guys such gentleman racers. Makalos out of the points. I just feel as much as they're racers that Makalos will just let Webley be. A couple more laps to go here.
Yeah, it's winding down now. For me, I think, you know, I think that the tools have all been thrown out of the toolbox. And I think, barring a mistake, this is how you might see it finish, because I don't think you're going to see too much big Hail Marys going on at the back end of this and risk their position. Although there is some reasonable gaps, you look at maybe the likes of Macrolos has got a 14-second gap back to Dayton, so he could afford to have a big swing at it. And then the likes of Crossland back to Hughes got 33 seconds, so he could have a big swing at it. Look, there's no margin to talk about between Dayton, Fam, Firthy. They're just not close enough. So I think realistically, you could, if you were Macrolos and you wanted to have a dip, you could do it. But I just feel like he's just hanging on now as we just see him just make the grass again. Once again, turn 14, turn 15.
Yep.
Just the car not overly happy there. So maybe he concedes with a couple laps to go and says, look, I gave it a good swing. Second might be it. Dayton, I feel like, had conceded. He's just had another big lose up into 15. Gathered it up, but just another really, really dodgy moment out of 14 up to 15. So Dayton, just with all the form that he had, just really just got to all sorts out of that final sector. That's been a trouble spot for a few drivers tonight.
Yeah, just that Honda's definitely gone off in the back end of this race, hasn't it, J-Man? Showing some awesome form. And obviously at the hands of Dayton, we like every time we see it on track, it's quick. But
look, Webley just broken, I think.
Macrolos there, I think so as well. J-Man, Crossland still obviously relentlessly chasing down the back of Dixon's Porsche, but would probably be starting to think similarly to Macrolos and just thinking, look, this will be a good position to finish in the Nortec entry here tonight. Yep. Steve Crossland currently holding 7th, provisionally behind Will Dixon in 6th. So, nice work from these boys.
Still probably two of the closest cars out on track at the moment is Dixon and Crossland. So, there's a lot of sim races that are going to walk out of this final round here tonight and be pretty stoked with their performance and I guess the enjoyment that they've had out of tonight to be able to go door to door with their mates.
Definitely. Yep.
Because that's what it's all about, and we've been privileged to be able to witness some of this stuff. That like you said, the Macrolos Webley battle, Firthy on a charge with Dixon. T-Fam's had a great performance tonight. Crossland and Dixon has been a great battle through the back of it. Fodado currently P12, but was in the absolute thick of it for the first sort of 30-40 minutes of this race, battling with the likes of Crossy and
Dawson. It was Dawson.
Yep.
Crossy, T-Fam, bloody Fodado. There was a whole bunch of them. It was awesome.
Yeah, no, very, very good racing, and cool for Andrew Turner from Nortec to be able to sit on our shoulders inside that one and actually firsthand get a witness of seeing what we see live, and how exciting it is. So
definitely,
I guess kudos and congratulations will go out to Maverick for the series win here. Unfortunate tonight, what happened there. Oh, what did I just see there? That was Shane Fodado. Who did he just wrap up? Oh, okay, that was Mark Turbot's car, who was further back down the field. Yep.
Yeah, Mav, unfortunately not finishing the race here tonight, but wrapping the series up already, J-Man. So, nice work from Phil.
Yeah,
and definitely worthy of.
Crossy hasn't given this away, Davo.
A pat on the back and a congratulations. Hopefully, we might be able to catch up with him later on. Crossy, this is still not over, J-Man. As they've got about half a lap to go, but we will have to call across the line Brandon Webley for wrapping up round 10 here at the Nurburgring for Rainlight Racing's 2024 GT3 Series. Well done, Brandon Webley first, Macrolos second, Matt Dayton rounding T15 for third position. A good effort from all these boys. Hard fought battles throughout the race. T-Fam just bringing it home there around the final corner as well for fourth position. Eighth position. Can't see that changing in the next couple of corners. As the sun starts to set, the shadows get long. Gunther Rowe down into the final corner for 9. Craig McConnell ripping it through that kink in the back straight there. Fantastic looking livery there. Been great to call these guys all season, J-Man. Season 5 here.
Yep, absolutely. No, stellar job from all the guys and girls out there this season. I think that was a fitting finale to the season. And like you said, great job from Brandon Webley to hold off Costas for so long. He had to do a great job in the pits. Costas did a great job in the pits. Dayton with some great late race pace. Just come up a little bit short there. Maybe ran out of tyre. But, yeah, look, fantastic. It's just been an absolute pleasure calling this series all season long. And I guess straight off the bat, I'm going to jump straight in and kick this hot box into gear with... with Matty Dayton down to channel, and we will grab our first on the podium. Matt Dayton, you got us on comms?
Yeah, mate. Can you hear me?
Yeah, gotcha, mate. Gotcha. What a great race. What a great night, mate. Look, talk to us about, I guess, A, great season, but B, the pace of that car post-pit stop, mate, and coming out just punching big times, chasing down those front two.
Yeah, I had a pretty horrible first, and I've never done this track in the wet or greasy, and the setup I had just wasn't good. But there was just a certain part of the track, and all of a sudden you can tell I went optimal, and then I could obviously just start setting my times. I was chasing them down, but I thought I was going to catch them, but unfortunately the tyres just fell off a cliff at the end.
Yeah, we did see that. We picked up on that, and but I thought it was a valiant effort, mate. Coming out there and poking in a couple of 53 nines, and I just was like, wow, mate, this guy's coming. And I don't think they were too aware of what was going on behind them, mate. And we saw a 6.5 second margin post pit stops, and then all of a sudden saw it down to sort of 2.7 to 3.1, and we were like, mate, he's going to get there if these guys keep battling. And I mentioned if they dropped into the high fives and you were still banking low fours, you'd get there. And it was very much trending that way. And we kind of saw the tyre fall off. And then really the car got quite nervous out of 14, heading to 15 quite a fair bit of the time. So,
yeah, Webley and Mackerel were having a bit of a party, and I was trying to invite myself, but unfortunately I couldn't get there in the end.
Yeah, hey, look, but hey, nonetheless, mate, yeah, you'd have to be pretty happy with the result here tonight. And, overall, looking to move up. Obviously, no Chris Curley here tonight, no Chaplin Chan. You went into this thing fifth outright, looking to make some good gains there too, Matt.
Yeah, I might snag fourth, I think, overall. But yeah, it would have been good to see Curley here and Chaplin Chan and see how I went against them. But it's been a good season. It's been awesome. Kudos to everyone who's put in the effort to do this. You guys for commentating, everyone involved. It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, look, mate, really appreciate you, and just been an absolute pleasure to see someone steer that Honda out there, and with great success, mate. Yes. We really do. Yeah, we do get behind the Honda and appreciate it.
It doesn't get a lot of love.
No, it doesn't, unfortunately. And look, I mean, I was kind of hoping for the LFM BOP this season, but unfortunately they didn't go with it. So yeah, I might have to retire it next season and go for something different.
Yeah, no, cool. We'll be watching, mate. But hey, thank you for the entertainment throughout the season. For me, I always, when I hear the name Matt Dayton, I always think about Coda. Yeah, because you were very, very strong at Coda, and I think that was I think the first time the season when my eyebrows raised, and I was just like, look, this guy here is fast, and he's here to compete. So congratulations on a great season, Matt.
Cheers, guys.
Awesome. So that is Matt Dayton out of position 3 here in the final round. What a great result for Matt. He'd be just absolutely stoked with that. Absolutely. So next cab off the rank, and this guy here, just with an outstanding race. Costas, you got us on comms, mate?
Yeah, I'm here, fellas.
Mate, that's what you turn up to sim race for, right? A night like that?
Oh, mate, 100%. 100%. That was an absolutely fantastic race.
Yeah, great pit stop, mate. And look, I thought you might have had a little bit of measure there, and thought the overcut might have worked on Webley, and you threw everything at him for the whole race, mate. You know, could have you had a little dip maybe with 8 minutes to go, or that was everything you had?
Oh, mate, there was pretty much everything I had. Everywhere that I was quick, he just was blocking in the right spots, and I just couldn't get past him at all.
It was an outstanding drive. Hey, one of the things that we picked up on in the comms is you were battling away with Webley, and like there was literally nothing. Some of the margins
Very
stretched
close.
at times out to 3 or 4 tenths, but you were bumper to bumper, and wondered whether with about 18 minutes to go, whether you're actually aware that Dayton was coming banking 53 nines. Were you aware of the white Honda in the background, or were you too focused on the car in front?
Mate, I was watching the counter go down 4 seconds, three and a bit seconds, and I was like, "Oh my God, here we go. We're gonna have a 3-way battle at the end." But he seemed to just die off a little bit at the end there.
Yeah, look, he ran out of tyre, and hey, look, a trouble spot for you tonight. Not that you had many, was out of turn 14. Seemed to be a trouble spot for a few guys. The car got loose. We see you make the fence there. Had a great recovery, and then bridged that gap back to Webley pretty quickly. I thought that was done there, and you managed to pull it back. Can you talk to us about, was the car a little unsettled through 14, 15, heading into 15?
No, it wasn't too bad. It was just when I was sitting behind him in the Lambo, just the air wash that I got there was just throwing the car all over the place.
Okay, yeah, well, we did see it, and I thought it was a great comeback after that little incident. I thought that might have been done, but you really took it to Webley tonight. It was a shame for Mav to not be there and join you guys. But pace-wise was amazing. Like you guys were just absolutely trading low 54s, and if somebody dropped into the high 4s or low 5s, you both did it, and there was just nothing in it. So congratulations on P2 and what was an absolutely outstanding season, Brandon. And if my calculations are correct, that probably relegates you, puts you up to P2 in the championship. Would I be correct? I think mathematically. Oh, sorry. Apologies. Costas. No, you're 10th, 8th. Hang on, I'm reading the wrong page. I got the wrong page up. Sorry, I've got 3 of them here. Sorry. Costas, 11th. So you should probably finish up somewhere around 8th, if I'm correct.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that, mate. First year into it, and yeah, I'm pretty stoked with it.
And any vision on what you might drive next season, Costas?
Thinking about the BMW.
Okay, BMW. So just having a look back through there, round 6 was a good charge for you there, and good results. Round 5. Round 5, good results there. Good results in the previous 2 rounds. So you really come on strong the back end of the season, actually.
Yeah, I had a few disappointing ones at the early starts, but yeah, come good at the end.
Yep, very good. I will enjoy that one, mate. You had us on the edge of our seat. Actually made it really, really hard for Davo tonight. He was bouncing between P1 and P2. And then another battle further back cost us, but you really, like Webley got off to a great start, and then you just hunted him down and stayed there for the rest of that race. So you'll be well spent, mate.
Yeah, absolutely sweating my ass off.
Good work, mate. Well, congratulations on P2 in the final round. Great work, and looking forward to what you got next season.
Thanks, fellas. Thanks for all the commentary. It's been a pleasure watching it back on the Tuesday. Thank you.
Awesome, mate. That is Costas.
Thanks, Costas.
Macrolos there, out of P2 here in the final round. So great result for Costas.
Oh, definitely.
Now, just looking at my thing here, looking for Brandon.
Not
sure if we've got him.
Hard fought battle for the top 3 there. So.
Oh, very, very hard fought.
Yeah,
and
guys working hard.
Yep, bring down our race winner. Brandon Webley, you got us on comms?
Yeah, hello.
Mate, congratulations. What an outstanding, obviously, race start and then race victory. But, mate, your mate Costas didn't make it easy for you, did he?
Yeah, no, I think it was definitely faster, but I really wanted to win. So I just sort of, I know from experience driving the Ferrari, it's super hard car to pass people in. So I was just focusing on not getting, just trying to get good exits, basically.
Oh, just super mad respect to you both. You know, how close you raced for the duration of that race. You know, you got off to a great start. You went for an early stop, mate. Was particularly early, I thought, but it played out good dividends for you. You got a nice undercut, so to speak. Probably made a little bit of margin. Costas potentially had a slightly better tyre in the three-quarter phase, but you managed to just put the car everywhere, like he mentioned that it needed to be, and he just couldn't get it done.
Yeah. He almost got me on that hairpin, but I don't know, it's the first time I've ever managed to hold something on the outside and not crash, so I was quite happy about that. But yeah, I played it early because my tyres were way too high, and then in the second stint they were way too low, but oh well.
Okay, yeah, because I wondered about that, and we mentioned live on the broadcast too, Brandon, that obviously, you know, we had reducing track temps and ambient temps, and you going in so early, what that would do towards the back end, but maybe potentially the track going from fast to optimum, even with that temperature loss, maybe sort of just stabilise the car a little bit, because the car did look good through the final chicane heading up to 15, where I felt maybe Costas was a little bit unsettled in the aero wash, as he just mentioned.
Yeah. Oh, do you mean the Schumacher S's?
Yes.
Yeah. It's really hard to follow through there. I've had that. Yeah, it's quite good if you know that, because you just sort of, you know, let them get the aero wash.
Yeah. But you know, incredible lap times right the way through, and not sure what happened to your old mate Mav off the start of that one, whether that was intentional and he was coming back through, or whether he had a failure. But hey, look, it gave you a nice jump off the start. Gave you a nice gap to sort of clean into turn one comfortably. And look, you really made good margins at the start of that one. And then, like I said, when Costas caught you, you did everything right. You know, like those are the nights you earn your keep when you're out in front and someone's attacking you like that. So super impressive drive, mate. Really, really proud of you.
Yeah. I definitely wouldn't have won if Mav or Corley was actually racing properly. I think Mav purposely started from the back and then accidentally turned left at the start of the track because he
at the Nord's entry. Yeah.
Okay. He was looking to go. He's looking to go for a 30k lap, not a 5. Righto. But hey, nonetheless, mate, this is all about you right now, because you did take the victory here on the final race and round of the season here at season 5 at Rainlight Racing. So congratulations, Brandon Webley. You are well deserved.
Thanks, guys. Cheers for doing the broadcast again.
No problem, mate. All the best,
Awesome, mate.
Looking forward to next season, seeing what you got. Well done, Brandon Webley.
Thank you.
Well, Davo, that's another one done. In the books, in the banks. It'll all get written. It'll all get sealed.
Yes, it will. And what another cracker. Even with a short field there, J-Man. Nurburgring never fails to deliver. It really does, you know, produce some good racing. And, with only, 21 odd cars on track and a little bit of variable weather there going on, it really did spice things up. But, top work from the top 3, J-Man. It's been awesome. As usual, to have you in the comms here for Rainlight Racing. It's part of Matchbit Entertainment's broadcasting. So, yeah, good to have you again, mate. As usual. Yes, plenty more to come for these guys.
Yeah. No, watch the space, like I mentioned. I'm sure we'll be well aware of what's on the calendar, and no doubt most of these communities pretty active on their calendars. So I don't think it'll be too far, mate, before you and I are sitting back up here and catching the action again.
Talking about it, talking about these guys running around again. Absolutely. Look, links to Rainlight Racing's Discord in the description. Just jump on there and hit them up and see what's going on. Keep up with all their GT3 stuff and more, J-Man. That is the final round. Look, they do have a little fun thing going on, I think, next Monday, if you want to join in at Nord's Cliff, if you're into doing 25k laps. And I'll tell you what, I would be. love Nords. So good fun stuff. Get involved with that. But yeah, look, that's look, that's us. We must thank again, I suppose, Nortec and Andrew Turner for joining us here tonight, J-Man, for the last round here at Rainlight in Season 5. Nortec major sponsor for the series, and make awesome Kiwi built motion sims. So definitely their website description link is also in the description on the YouTube. So like all of the major sponsors have got links in the description. Please click on Nortec and go and check out what they got. And thanks, obviously, for Andrew Turner. Thanks, Trek31, aka Nathan Henderson. Click on his link, watch his YouTube stuff. Titanium Digital Solutions, always a big part of what's going on here. True to Life Racing, as well, a big part of what's going on here. And of course, Crossy43. Matchfit Entertainment, that's J-Man and myself, for broadcasting all this goodness to you again. And always, please give us a like, guys, if you like what you're hearing and you want to see some more. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And yeah, join us for some more stuff, J-Man.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, it's always a bit of a sad moment when they get to the back end of one of these ones, mate, because I always look forward to them. But hey, like you said, there'll be more. So as you mentioned, appreciate the viewers, appreciate the support, and yeah, I'll sign on out, mate. And thank you, everyone. Thank you, Davo, and we'll catch you again soon.
Absolutely. Yeah, might even see you at Nords next week. Who knows? That's us for tonight. Anyway, see you again soon, guys.